Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing some Zodiac nails, and this nail design came from my nail card game called Design It. We're doing it over in my Facebook group, BR Nail Talk, and it's just a little game that I kind of created just to kind of help us really just be motivated and not be in such a stump about doing nails. So what it was picked on this game is extra long stiletto, burgundy, pixie crystals, and a zodiac sign. So I'm an Aries, so I'm going to do some sort of Aries concept. I'm going to start with using Madame Glam Bucket List, and it's a beautiful burgundy. Put some of this beautiful glitter on top of that, and I believe the name of that glitter is called Lippy, and that is from Glitter Bells. So with this glitter, I do find it turned a little green, so you will see, not turned green, it was a little greener than I wanted it to be. So I did go ahead and also add some reds in there, and then just to kind of give it more of the red pigment that I really wanted. So I do go ahead and literally just use a dispersion layer that's already on there and just tap my glitter in that way, and I think it worked perfectly fine. When I'm using a chunky glitter over press-ons, I really want to make it a point to try my best to lay them as flat as possible, because I really don't want this nail to be too thick. So, and I can only really encapsulate this nail with a medium to thicker top coat. And like I said, I really don't want this nail to be extremely thick to where it's going to stand out to the other nails, because this is just a press on. I'm not building a structure, I'm not doing anything like that to encapsulate it. So I do take my time and make sure that the glitter is laying as flat as possible, and then just get it right where I want it to be. Again, in all truth, I really found that the green was sticking out a little too much, and I wanted flame vibes, not Christmas vibes. So I did go ahead and take a solid red and go in there and just kind of try to cover the greens a little bit more. I like the gold flash of it. It's giving me, like I said, I do want that fiery vibe of it, but don't want Christmas. So I do take this little medium glitter, and then I also go in with a finer glitter and then just kind of rub and tap that in, and I really just get it where I want it. I basically play with it until I like it. And that's sometimes what you have to do with nail art, or when you find yourself like playing, you just keep going until you feel like you're good. Just doing a slight file, I want to make sure that I keep my shape. And here, like I said, I'm just going to go and use this very fine glitter and kind of rub it into any little areas with the inhibition layer still on there and being tacky, and just take advantage of that to get the more red. Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of disguise a little bit of that green. Now I'm going to go in and top coat. Now I personally have a top coat just for glitters, and I have one just for regular polishes, because I promise you, you will get glitter in your top coat if you use it on glitter. So I go in, give it a generous layer. This is, you want to kind of go a medium viscosity here, because we will go ahead and file that down a little bit and then top coat it one more time. And then that way you will not get any lumpies or bumpies. And then here I'm going to take Liquid Gold by Nail Queen Studio, and I do 3 nails, 3 coats. So this is a hard gel. All my nails, by the way, guys, I did put a base coat on them. So they are all prepped and base coated. So I'm just going to go in and do 3 layers, curing each layer in between. And then, like I said, oh, we're back down. Now we're back to the glitter nail. I do give it a slight buff. You don't want to go too hard, just if you feel any little bit of lumps. And then you can go in with your next top coat, and then that nail is perfectly fine. We're good to go with that one. So now here we're going to go in and we're going to do one more nail with the burgundy. This is Bucket List Madame Glam. Absolutely love Madame Glam. I do have a discount code with them. Save yourself a little 30%. I'll pop that up there, but it's always in the description of the videos, guys. So I am going to go ahead and I kind of want to do a peekaboo nail. So I'm just going to do 1 layer of the Bucket List, and then I'm going to go in with a black chrome. And here, this is how our 5 nails are looking so far. So we're gonna take the burgundy one, we are going to top coat it. Now when chroming, I find if you half cure your top coat, you get the more, I don't know, I find the chrome adheres better to it. So I'm just gonna put that in there for, I think it's 60 seconds, this particular top coat. So I'm gonna put it in there 20-30 seconds, and then I will take it out and then I will apply my chrome to it. I'm just gonna use the silicone tool. You could use that. You could use, don't use your bare finger. If you have a glove, that's fine. You don't want to touch the raw gel. So I'm just gonna use the silicone tool, get that right in there, and then you're gonna want to pop that back in the lamp for your additional 30 seconds to give it its full cure, and then go ahead and top coat it. Now, after I top coat it for the first time, I am gonna kind of give it a slight buff because I'm gonna go over and this nail is going to be covered in pixie crystals. Okay, so now we're going to attach our pixie crystals. This is the important part. When you're going to attach them, you're perfectly fine to use a top coat that is a non-tack top coat. So when it dries, it's tack free, or you can use a glue that dries tack free as well. You do not want it to be sticky. So we're going to be a little heavy handed. So you want a good medium to thicker layer on there, not too thick because everything will just slide off. So medium layer, let's go medium. And then you're just going to sprinkle them on there, and then you'll take a little tool and you do want to kind of shape them up. You don't want your nail to be too bulky and look a particular way, right? So you want to shape it, get that shape back, and I'll show you what I do here with my silicone tool. And I just kind of press them in a little bit, to be honest, just on the sides and down, and then that'll just make them kind of stay. I do mix this with caviar beads as well. Caviar beads are just smaller little beads and they're great for fillers. Pixie crystals are basically like little baby diamonds, so they have all these edges, so the caviar beads will fill in those little nooks and crannies. So I did do a combination of both of them for this complete nail. And when you're satisfied and you got your shape right, then you can put that in your lamp for a full cure, and then that nail will be completely done. So I had this bright idea that I wanted to do like the ram's kind of like horns type of look with flat backs. So by golly, I did struggle a little bit. I did leave this part in here as well because I want you to know that, guys, we edit this stuff down. It takes a lot longer. You can try it one time and it not be really what it is you think, and then you take it off. So I used pretty large crystals here. I think these were SS20s, a little too bigger than what I wanted. So I do end up taking them off, and you'll see soon. And then I use other ones, and that's why I kind of like the gels, because it's not a fast dry. Until you cure it, you have time to kind of play. But sometimes that can be a little bit of a pain as well, because you can just keep playing and then kind of, you know, get a little craze. But I do try to make the horns, and that's what that nail does. Well, that's what I was going for. I don't know how well it turned out, but I tried my best to get like the ram's horns in this little design of crystals. So as you see here, I take off these large ones. I felt that they were just too big for the design. So I am going to go in, and I think I go in with like a 16, an SS16 here. Most of my crystals are mixed, so I just kind of pick them and just kind of go with the size that way. But I do have some that are not. So I kind of just thought, you know, I look too big. Let me go back and try it again. And that's okay. It's okay to take things off and put things back on. So once I got it where I liked it, I did go ahead and go in with some caviar beads on each side of the crystals, and that just kind of gives it that finishing look, which I absolutely think is imperative to a lot of the designs. Like, it really just, it gives it that little, yeah, it gives it the finishing touch. And I do be sure to go around and give everything a nice top coat. Now, do not go over your crystals. Go around your crystals. You will lose the shine in them if you go over them with top coats. So just go up and around them. Get a small detail brush if you need. Just please don't go over those guys. You'll ruin them. So now we're going to go in. We're going to do some stamping. And I did leave some parts in because, by golly, it just wasn't my stamping day. And sometimes it's not. And I don't know. It could be just I used too much polish. I didn't use enough. Scraped it the wrong way. Who knows? But the whole key is you just don't give up and keep on trying. So I definitely ran into a little bit of annoyance with the stamping here, but I just keep it going. As you see, I'm like, what's this? Like, what's going on here? A mess. And a waste again. But at the end of the day, I do want some flames. So I get some flames on 2 of these gold nails. And then pretty positive I go in and do some of like the Zodiac signs on the 3rd gold nail. And these little tools here, they're just lip gloss applicators. You can get them from Amazon, you can get them from Shein. They work great for stamping. Even the little eyelash applicators for glue, I think there are, they work amazing too for stamping. So I definitely would check them out if you want to get into stamping. These little guys will come in handy for cleanup. But I'm not gonna lie to you, when you get that clean little swipe, it's very rewarding. Finally got a good image. It transferred nicely. I don't know, guys. We have good and bad stamping days, I feel like. If you're a stamper, you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes it works easy peasy. Sometimes it's like, really? 17 times. But we got our flames. I love how the red and gold vibes are going with this. So I think I just want to go in and just make sure that they're all kind of filled in and looking cohesive. I really love this set. I think what I struggled with most, it was the burgundy, but I kind of liked how I used it. I liked the peekaboo aspect that I end up doing with it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in and do some of like the little signs. So the ram, and nope, I didn't like the black. I'm actually gonna do it in red, the horns in red, and then outline in black. I thought that'd make more sense, considering the red and gold vibe we're trying to go for with black. So I did that, and then I think I also did like the whole little ram. I thought he was cute up there in the corner, and then I also did the constellation. And I know I didn't film it, and I don't know why I didn't film it, but I think being in the studio, I honestly don't even know why. But in the constellation, there is like 3 or 4 little stars, and I actually put little pixie crystals on them for the little stars. Don't know if it's going to show up in the end shot or not, but I really thought that was kind of cute, and it just gave it a little bit of like dimension. And see, these little swabs, they work really, really well to get in there. Highly recommend. And these stamping plates, guys, are all from AliExpress. I will try my best to link them for you. And I think here's where I do a little constellation. I think it's so cute. I really like how this came out. It was challenging, which I liked, and that's what I really appreciate about this game. So yeah, the little stars in there, I did eventually add little pixie crystals to them. I thought I'd just give it a little something. you guys do want to be a part of this game, go check BR Nail Talk out. It's a Facebook group. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe. I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. See you in the next one. Okay guys, so this is my set for this week's game. I'm an Aries, so this is what I've done, and I did the burgundy as a peekaboo nail. So I used it, but wasn't my favorite, but yeah, I like them. Super cute.